Trust with Arsenal's Paul Merson, who's their only ever present this season, and who now needs just one goal to complete a century for the club. John Lukic continues in goal, although David Seaman is almost fit. Tony Adams soldiers on, and the bigger doubt was Martin Keown, who had an injection for a rib injury before the kick-off. In fact, it's the team that drew at Tottenham on Saturday. Manchester United pair Cole with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, their top scorer, and the new captain in Cantona's absence is Roy Keane. Nicky Butt and Phil Neville are fit again, and they're among the substitutes. Well, the referee Martin Boddenham had a good look at the picture now before the kick-off here. It's been pouring with rain, and as United start the match wearing their change strip of white shirts and black shorts, it's also very windy here. There's a gale swirling around Highbury. Arsenal, as usual, in their red, and a colossal fixture this, really, in championship terms. Eric Cantona, who's suspended both tonight and on Saturday at Chelsea. And this is Ray Parlour for Arsenal, who's really been getting forward a lot in recent games. That's a good run by him, and Wright's waiting in the middle, and there is Wright, and that's close. In fact, it may have just got a touch off Ronnie Jonsson there for United. An early fright there for Peter Schmeichel. Well, Arsene Wenger in the programme saying it's a very big game, but then these days they tend to be that way at Highbury. They're still chanting Cantona's name, even though he's watching from the sidelines. But look at this, it's Ian Wright for Arsenal, and a good save by Schmeichel, the man who always seems to foil Ian Wright.
That's right, it was a great move and a great ball by Bergkamp, I think, and put Ian Wright clear. And he said before the game, Ian Wright, I was looking at the talk room, here it is, it's Vieira actually. It's a great run, great ball, great touch on by Parlour. Ian said before the game he's been dying to get a goal against Schmeichel because he hasn't scored in a long time against him, but full credit to Schmeichel. He spreads himself ever so big and makes it very difficult for the attacker.
But Arsenal here pressing on with Parlour. There was a real personal battle up at Old Trafford, I remember, earlier in the season between Wright and Schmeichel, and it's going to continue tonight, I can see that. This is Ray Parlour getting forward well from midfield. No need for the goalkeeper to go after that one. It's been easy to sell tickets for this match. In fact, the box office manager here tells me they could have sold 80,000, effectively filling Wembley for tonight's fixture. Such was the demand. There goes Andy Cole with Adams. Oh, he's round him. And Lukic out, and Cole's round him too. And Manchester United take the lead. And it's Andy Cole. Superbly taken. One of the best goals he's scored for Manchester United, I would have thought. And it comes in his first Premiership start of the season, Andy Cole. And this will do wonders for his confidence. He takes on Tony Adams initially, who misjudged the bounce. He went round John Lukic and slid the ball in from the angle.
Yes, that was a great goal. It's a great ball by Gary Neville first. Tony Adams misread it. He's run on the backside of him, and he's took it on the goalie. And that was a very difficult finish. And he took it as if he'd been playing in the team very regular. Hey, he struck that in. Beautiful finish and great goal by Andy Cole.
In the heat of the action, there's some very good passing. This is Lee Dixon for Arsenal. Bergkamp's made a run left to right. Merson's just ahead. There's Bergkamp. This is Vieira. Wide of him is Ian Wright here. And he can get a shot in from almost anywhere.
Another good build-up by Arsenal. Dixon into Bergkamp, to Vieira, to Ian Wright. A great bit of skill by Ian Wright here. Finds to shoot with his favoured right, comes onto his left, looks to chip it, doesn't get enough on it.
This is Vieira now for Arsenal to Merson, and there goes Bergkamp, and Peter Schmeichel made a very good decision very early there. Merson had plenty of space from the throw. The other Arsenal players are rather better marked at the moment. This is Dixon, but wait a moment. Parlour gets away. Wright's in the middle. Oh, and it's come off the defender and gone out for a corner. Oh, I don't think the Manchester United player knew what was happening when he headed the ball.
Great ball by Dixon, great run by Parler. And he really hit that hard across. Ian Wright would be disappointed didn't get on the end of it. And fortunately for Gary Neville, it's come off his shin and hit the side netting.
Parler really got some space right through himself at the board, and it was Gary Neville, as you say, who somehow turned that past the post. It's a corner to Arsenal. Bergkamp takes. Oh, and Martin Keown not far away. Well, he's a happy man at the moment. With 25 minutes gone in the first half, this is Dennis Irwin. Giggs lets it run. That's Solskjaer. This is Giggs onside. Cole is far post. Good hook out by Steve Bold. Beckham. This is gripping stuff at Highbury. Both teams going for the throat. This is Keane. Gets it back from Poborski. Solskjaer now. Keane to his right. And he's in here, Roy Keane. Side netting.
What a great move that was by Manchester United. How many passes was that? Must have been 5 or 6. There it is. It's Roy Keane. Poborski. It's great skill by Solskjaer. Puts Roy Keane back in. There you go. And unfortunately for Roy Keane, he's just pulled a little bit wide into the side net. But what a fantastic bit of skill.
But Andy Cole didn't pull it wide when he slid the ball into the net for the Manchester United goal. Beautifully taken. Merson looking for Winterburn. Oh yes, Ian Wright getting away well. Parler knocks it back to Dixon. Shot comes off Giggs. Oh, it might have just run there for Wright. But once again, Schmeichel is there when it matters.
Another good move by the Arsenal. Ian Wright finding Ray Parler out on the right side, laying it back to Dixon, and he's very unfortunate with the shot.
Bergkamp's going to take the corner. Merson on the near post. The heavy men to come in from behind. Keown, no, good header by Roy Keane out. Very good clearance by the Manchester United captain, and they've got a break on here with Poborski. If it's played right, it's 2 against 1. Cole, Poborski to his right, Solskjaer to his left. Solskjaer, 2-0. Oh, that was brilliantly taken by the young Norwegian. And when Manchester United broke there, you felt all along they had an extra player. But look at this from Andy Cole. He's got 3 up with him. Solskjaer gets the shot in before Dixon can challenge and drills it wide of Lukic for 2-0.
Another fantastic goal. There's the strike. He shot very early, not much back lift. Didn't give John Lukic much time to get his position. It's fierce into the ground. But what a great move it was. From the Arsenal corner, Ryan Giggs to Poborski to Cole. As we said earlier, John, when you have the ball against Manchester United, that is when you're at your most vulnerable, no doubt about that.
Yes, absolutely right. 1 minute they were defending a corner, the next minute they had 4 men in attack, and they've scored again. And what a success this team selection has proved. Alec Ferguson, who wondered whether to play just the one striker, went for a bolder approach with Cole and Solskjaer, and they both scored. And Manchester United 2 up in 31 minutes. Paul Merson to take the free kick. Steve Bold coming in from the left-hand side. And really, they could have left that, it would have gone out. But here's Neville. Such a flowing style to Manchester United's play. That was Cole again feeding the ball into Solskjaer. And Giggs gets a foot to the clearance. And Keown having to defend desperately to Merson. Right for Arsenal. Well, a highly charged first 35 minutes here from the defending champions and league leaders, Chris.
Yes, that's Manchester United at their best. They get it down, they pass it, they move, they're very quick on the break. You just can't get the ball off them, and it's not as if they just pass it and keep possession, John. They actually go for the goal, and it's very quick. It's 1 touch, it's 2 touch, the movement off the ball. It's going to be a difficult side who's going to stop Manchester United running away with it again this year.
Well, Arsenal have been set the puzzle tonight now. We've seen teams, of course, lose 2-goal leads recently. Liverpool at Chelsea, and more recently, Chelsea at Leicester. So Here's Beckham for Manchester United. This might be through with Cole. It was nearly a 3-goal lead.
David Beckham on the right wing, nutmegs Nigel Winterburn, great bit of skill, and across the far post where maybe Andy Cole should have took his left foot. He's trying to toe poke it with his right.
Oh, look at that. Cole was first to the ball again, and Solskjaer helped it on, and Cole got it back from Beckham, who's on the ball again now, and that's Beckham's shot, blocked by 2 players. Tony Adams went down when he made that challenge on Andy Cole, and he's hobbling as Arsenal bring the ball away. This is Adams now, but he's hurt after that last challenge. Oh, and Schmeichel wasn't too sure there. They've got to cover this. Alistair clears. Wright was hovering. And Arsenal hoping to get something back. The first miscalculation Schmeichel's made tonight.
The ball actually busting the challenge between Ian Wright and Schmeichel.
Absolutely, Chris. It was when Schmeichel came to meet Wright, and there was so much impact here on the ball that it burst. Shows you exactly just how much force Schmeichel put into the challenge. Dvorsky, Beckham. Well, a thunderously good half from a Manchester United point of view. I don't think I've seen them play better this season, and I don't think I've ever seen Andy Cole play better for Manchester United than he did in those 45 minutes. A lovely goal set him on his way after 17 minutes. And then with Manchester United taking over, Solskjaer, his attacking partner, smacked in the second to the delight of Alex Ferguson to give the champions a 2-0 half-time lead. Stephen Hughes, who played for England under-21s last week, is on for the second half in place of the injured Arsenal captain Tony Adams. So that means a defensive reshuffle, possibly with a flat back 4. Steve Bold has taken the captain's armband, and it definitely is a 4-4-2 formation with which Arsenal start the second half. Keown and Bold now twin centre-halves in the absence of Adams, and Hughes in midfield. And Andy Cole on the ball, who of course began his career here at Highbury, so it's a special night for him, and what a place to score the goal that he delivered, which put Manchester United in control.
Well, you always know Andy Cole's been a goal scorer, prolific at Newcastle United, and it's never really took off for him at Manchester United. Maybe this is what he's needed tonight, to score his old ground and set the ball rolling for him.
Bergkamp. Merson makes a good run here. Bergkamp saw it, Wright's in the middle. One of Arsenal's better moves there.
This is the first time we've really saw Dennis Bergkamp, apart from the first 10-15 minutes of the first half, that he's really come to life. Great bit of skill here. He is on the touchline, holds it up, drags Johnson inside. Good one by Merson, the back of Keane. And Ian Wright's gambled on the near, but unfortunately it was a lot of pace on it. Just went through the back of the goal.
Vieira finds Parler, Wright's on a run again. Irwin is watchful. Oh, he's caught him. And the United players are furious here with Wright. He caught Irwin, and Schmeichel's had to be dragged away. Now then, Wright has got a yellow card here, and that's a suspension now, I would think. A further suspension looming for Ian Wright. He was one booking away, and look what happens here.
Yes, he's very late here. It's a bit, I think he's getting a bit frustrated. It's 2-0 down, he's chasing the game. And it's late, and he deserves his yellow, Ian.
And Cole is very mobile tonight. It's a good touch by him, a brilliant touch. And this is Giggs going in on Lukic. And Giggs hit it very early. And Lukic made the save, but a clean opening there. Goalkeeper keeping out Ryan Giggs.
Another great ball by Dennis Irwin here. Andy Cole's movement was brilliant. He went around behind Keown and checked and got it, and he put Ryan Giggs in his path. And it's a good effort by Giggs. He's hit it low and hard. And it's a good save by Lukic.
It's also a corner to Manchester United, for which Pallister's forward in the near post area, and Johnson's coming in from behind him. Well, that clearance could have gone anywhere, but they've still packed in there, and Lukic doesn't need to go for that because the wind carries it out anyway. Here's Wright. Arsenal haven't done themselves any favours by giving the ball away a few times when Manchester United have been able to hit them on the break, and John Lukic has been the busier of the goalkeepers in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Poborski, Keane, Beckham, Cole, oh again. The passing delightful to watch, and here's Solskjaer, and Andy Cole sprints into the near post position. Giggs is following up. That's terrific stuff from Manchester United, it really is.
That was a fantastic attack by Manchester United. We've seen so many tonight. Here it is, Cole to Solskjaer, who does ever so well. He just holds it up, rolls it into Giggs' pass. Great first touch by Ryan Giggs. Maybe a little square ball across the goal. A bit too much.
Championship class written all over that move, and Ryan Giggs fundamental now to the way United are playing. But here's Hughes for Arsenal, and now Parlour. That's well played by him, and Hughes, oh, he's at the post, and Ian Wright, surely, no, the flag is up. There's an offside decision to Wright's frustration, and Arsenal have not scored. Wright can't believe it, but if we see that again, it's Stephen Hughes here who hits the post, and an Arsenal player, I really believe, straying into an offside position, when in fact you could argue two were offside on the shot. Again, the question of interference comes in, Chris, but once the ball comes back off the angle of the goal, they are interfering, aren't they?
Yes, definitely. Ray Pollard strode offside, and he was there off the rebound, as you saw. So unfortunately by Ian Wright, it was a correct decision by the linesman.
Well, that could have put Arsenal back in business, but instead it's still 2-0, and Wright doesn't have the best of luck against Manchester United, does he? This is Merson, though. That's a good ball. Ray Parlour. Oh, and here's Bergkamp. Yes, this one does count, surely, yes. Dennis Bergkamp whipped it in and exhorts Arsenal and the crowd to better effort still, maybe. That could turn the game back, at least partly in their direction, and it was really well taken. Good break on the right-hand side. Ray Parlour's been a threat down there in the second half, particularly. Lays the ball in, and Bergkamp whisks it into the net by Schmeichel. I think there might be a touch on the ball by a United defender there.
Yes, Dennis Irwin got a touch on it. We just sat it up nicely for Dennis Bergkamp. I'd say take nothing away from him. It was a great finish.
Well, the 38,000 lucky enough to get tickets are having a real feast tonight. That's offside against Ian Wright. I don't think either he or Schmeichel had heard the whistle or seen the flag, and this collision between Wright and Schmeichel has left the goalkeeper grounded, and players are walking up to Ian Wright, and he's in a bit of trouble again here. Manchester United players remonstrating with him. There's been a bit of history between Wright and Schmeichel, and Alec Ferguson is concerned, to say the least, about the condition of the goalkeeper and maybe about the challenge. Wright's being led away, and the concern really is for the condition of Schmeichel, and here it is.
Yeah, he's definitely offside, and he's got in for the ball. It's a very hard decision to make by the referee. I don't think his feet are as high as they first look. He's basically trampled on the ball, and I think with Schmeichel following through, he's took the weight of the ball, pushed onto his leg.
Real emergency this for Manchester United. Ramon van der Houw, the Dutch reserve goalkeeper, has been alerted. Ian Wright, who had the incident here with Grizovic earlier in the season when there was a lot of controversy and he felt he was wrongly accused. Schmeichel and Wright have been at each other's throats once or twice before, well, figuratively anyway. Martin Boddenham has to adjudicate, and he has seen nothing wrong with the challenge because Ian Wright was offside anyway. I suppose it would have been a free kick, but he hasn't anyway gone up to Wright, who's already on a yellow card.
Well, he's given the free kick where the incident happened. If it was an offside, John, it should be 20 yards further forward.
Well, it will be, I think, Chris. They're having to take it back there, look. Yeah. Well, that really has introduced more drama. And one wonders quite what the attitude of one or two players out there might be in the follow-up to that. Hopefully controlled. This is Keane. Now Gary Neville. And that's a foul from behind by Bergkamp, who puts his hand up to acknowledge it and gets a yellow card. Bergkamp, who recently served a suspension for a sending off at Sunderland.
Yeah, it's a forwards tackle. He did deserve a yellow. He took him out from the side and a bit from behind, so he does deserve his card.
It's going to be a free kick to be taken by David Beckham. Giggs is in there with Cole. And Beckham's played that even wider still towards Solskjaer. Well, this could be a storming last 12 minutes now. Arsenal 2-1. Oh, far side, the tackle by Roy Keane. And Martin Bodnam wants words here for certain. The Manchester United captain involved again. Up to that point, he'd had a night in which only the football would have been remembered from Roy Keane, but he's lost his cool a bit there. It's on Ray Parlour. Parlour, one of Arsenal's better players on the night, I would have said. He's made some good progress down that side. Bergkamp's helping him at the moment, and Irwin is fully occupied. And Manchester United not being able to get the ball up to Andy Cole as they were earlier. This is Vieira. And Arsenal well stopped in the middle here if they can get the cross in. Oh, and there's Wright, surely! Oh, and Schmeichel's tipped it over. They say head it down, and he did, but it bounced up, and Schmeichel got the fingertips there.
Yeah, it's a good ball. Vieira comes out of Bergkamp, fantastic cross in, and Wright will be disappointed. Even though it would have dropped in, it was good alertness by Schmeichel, but Ian Wright should have scored.
That's Martin Keown. Well, this contest, as the ball's fired back across by Merson, this contest between Schmeichel and Wright has been going on in previous games, and it's fascinating really, but Wright can't seem to score the goal that he wants against Schmeichel or Manchester United, Chris.
That's right, he'll not get a better chance than what he's just had with that header. It was a good save by Schmeichel, but Ian Wright, knowing Ian Wright, he'll be disappointed. He hasn't headed that into the corner, he's headed it into the ground, and he should have put it away into the corner.
No question about Schmeichel's recovery now, is there?
Manchester United outstanding first half. Full credit Arsenal have come back second half, got a good goal.
Oh, it's played a bit short by Keown, and Lukic drives it into Solskjaer and Andy Cole, surely for Manchester United. No, surely not.
It's the first thing he's done really wrong tonight. It's a good challenge. There it is. A bit of a mix-up with Lukic and Solskjaer and Keown. He's did well, Andy Cole. He's just got to strike it. He's put too much power, lying back. The crowded goes.
That would have been the perfect finish to the match for Cole in Manchester United, as it is. With a couple of minutes of stoppage time played, it's a miscontrol by Beckham, but Keane is there behind him. The Manchester United manager checks his personal stopwatch. We don't need to argue about it now, because Manchester United have taken the 3 points. Alex Ferguson's team keep their place at the top. They'll be odds-on favourites now to keep their title too. Cole and Solskjaer up front, justifying the selection and the tactics. Cole on his old Highbury pitch, scoring and having a good match. It was gripping, galvanised football, garrulous at times, but the quality shone through that. Solskjaer got the other goal for Manchester United. Schmeichel and Wright are still arguing as they go off, and Wright's having to be restrained here as they go down the tunnel. They're trying to hold back Ian Wright, and the argument between him and Schmeichel, which was going on during the game, particularly for the last challenge that he made, seemed to have continued as they were leaving the field, and there may be something that needs sorting out there in that tunnel that we can't see as the players go off. Certainly tempers running very, very high as the players leave the field, and Schmeichel and Wright were at the heart of it. Cole was still on the pitch celebrating a final score of Arsenal 1, Manchester United 2.
The corner. Out by Steve Bold, senior man in that back three. Knocked in by Ardley, Dixon, Ardley. Oh, here's Vinnie Jones! What a volley by Jones!
Happy days at Goodison Park. Neville Southall returned to keep goal against Arsenal, but it made little difference. Once David Unsworth had lost Dennis Bergkamp, the first goal soon followed. 6 minutes later, the nimble feet of Ian Wright twinkled faster than the eye could follow. Instant control and shot, a personal tally of 25 for the season. Not to be added to for a while, a 2-game suspension comes next. But not many teams come back from 2-0 down to Arsenal. Even when the Gunners' defence lapsed briefly, Graham Stewart's shot was denied by a post. Everton have taken only 4 points from their last 9 Premiership games.
Joel Sinstadt reporting on those games. Well, Manchester United are now 4 points clear at the top. Liverpool, who go to Villa tomorrow, have that game in hand. Arsenal are up to third after the win at Everton. Newcastle are now 9 points off the lead. Middlesbrough are 8 points away from safety after the defeat at Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton stays second bottom despite today's win at Newcastle. West Ham drop back into the bottom 3 because of Forest's win at Spurs.